Next stop, Beirut, Lebanon.
Lebanon is a small, mostly mountainous country in the Western Asia. On the eastern shore of the Mediterranean Sea, it is bordered by Syria to the north and east and Israel to the south. Due to its sectarian diversity, Lebanon evolved a peculiar political system known as confessionalism, based on a community-based power-sharing mechanism. It was created when the ruling French mandatory powers expanded the borders of the former Maronite Christian autonomous Ottoman Mount Lebanon district. The flag of Lebanon features a cedar in green against a white backdrop bounded by two horizontal red stripes along the top and bottom. This is a reference to the famous cedars of Lebanon. There are approximately 16 million people of Lebanese descent spread all over the world. Gibran Khalil Gibran is known to be one of the world's famous writers, particularly known for his book The Prophet, which has been translated into more than 20 different languages. Some of Lebanon's descendants include Carlos Ghosn, Ralph Nader, Tony Shalhoub, Marissa Tomei, Salma Hayek, and Shakira. The Phoenicians sailed the coast of what is now called Lebanon and established trading cities around 3000 BC. Phoenicia is a Greek term applied to the coast of Lebanon. Phoenicians discovered and used the North Star Polaris to keep their bearings at sea. They were the first ones to sail around Africa. They founded Tarshish on the coast of Spain and Carthage in North Africa. It is known that the Phoenicians developed alphabets to keep track of their commerce. The Greeks later adapted these alphabets, which in some way shaped the English alphabets used today. During the 16th century BC, Hyksos invaded and conquered Phoenicia and Egypt. This was followed by the Hittites invasion, which was over. After that, the Assyrians came in right before the Persians. It was then in 333 BC when a young Macedonian Alexander the Great came in and took over. In 1975, difficulties have risen over the large number of Palestinian refugees in Lebanon and the presence of Palestinian Fedayeen commandos. Frequent clashes involving Israeli forces and the Fedayeen endangered the civilians in South Lebanon and unsettled the country. Coupled with the Palestinian problem, Muslim and Christian differences grew more intense. The Muslims were dissatisfied with what they consider an unfair distribution of power and social benefits. In April 1975, busloads of Palestinians were ambushed by gunmen in the Christian sector of Beirut, an incident widely regarded as a spark that touched off the civil war. Palestinian Fedayeen forces joined the predominantly leftist Muslim side as the fighting persisted, eventually spreading to most parts of the country. Palestinian guerrillas staging raids on Israel from Lebanese territory drew more punitive Israeli raids in 1978 and 1982. The second Israeli invasion came after an assassination attempt by Palestinian terrorists on the Israeli ambassador in London. In 1991, a treaty was signed with Syria which gave Syria control over Lebanon's foreign relations. In early 1991, the Lebanese government, backed up by Syria, regained control over the south. As of December 1993, Syria maintained about 30,000 to 35,000 troops in Lebanon. Syria's deployment was legitimatized by the Arab League early in Lebanon's civil war in the Taif Accord. Hezbollah began building up forces along the Lebanese-Israeli border in August 2004. In a stark reminder of its continuing iron grip on Lebanon, Syria insisted the pro-Syrian Emil Lahoud to remain in office. As a result of this crisis, Prime Minister Rafik Hariri, who was Prime Minister in 1992 to 1998 and in 2000 to 2004, who was largely responsible for Lebanon's economic rebirth in the past decade, had resigned. Sadly, on February 14, 2005, he was assassinated in a car bomb. The incident triggered a series of demonstrations known as the Cedar Revolution that demanded the withdrawal of Syrian troops from Lebanon and the establishment of an international commission to investigate the assassination. The United Nations Security Council unanimously adopted Resolution 1595, establishing an investigative commission to investigate the Hariri assassination and bombing. The findings of the investigation were officially published. Eventually, and under pressure from the international community, Syria began withdrawing its 15,000-strong army troops from Lebanon. By April 26, 2005, all uniformed Syrian soldiers had already crossed the border back to Syria. The Hariri assassination marked the beginning of a series of assassination attempts that led to the loss of many prominent Lebanese figures. On July 12, 2006, Hezbollah kidnapped 2 Israeli soldiers that led to a conflict known in Lebanon as July War, that lasted until a United Nations brokered ceasefire went into effect on August 14, 2006. Life has returned to downtown Beirut. The former pearl of the Middle East is once again an exquisite experience, a bewildering composition of cultures and faiths, perched on a breathtaking sweep of the Mediterranean coastline, the most popular city in Lebanon. Lebanese music is known around the world for its soothing rhythms and oriental beats. Lebanese artists are perhaps the most popular in the Arab world, and the star scene includes prominent figures like Najwa Kalam, Nancy Ajram, Elisa, and Haifa Wahabi. Several international music festivals are held in Lebanon featuring world-renowned artists and drawing crowds from Lebanon and abroad, such as Sting.
In the 1970s, Lebanon was a very important destination for tourism. Unfortunately, the outside view of Beirut is most of the time the political cliché. Lebanese people love to go out, life is for living. Our new generation should preserve that. Nightlife in Beirut, first of all, is about seeing and being seen. It's the national sport of Lebanon. We have a really vibrant club scene here. We also have some tunes that are not even played yet in Europe. We have some really great DJs here. We have great cafes, restaurants, casinos, theaters. So many young people are coming back now. Beirut is a cultural melting pot. You really like to let yourself go, like us Lebanese. I can think of no better place. Lebanon is gaining again the role it had before the war. You should check it out.
The Lebanese cuisine is considered to be Mediterranean, basically Arabic delicacy consisting of a variety of fresh vegetarian recipes, salads and stews. One of the most world-known Lebanese specialties is called mazza, which is a selection of appetizers such as hummus and salads. As with most Mediterranean cuisines, Lebanese cuisine is considered to be a very balanced, healthy diet.
The political situation in Lebanon, many way, many part. First part, between two wings. One, you need political like in Syria, like Iran, and another wing, he like political like state, Paris, like all European country, he need democratic. In the wing, he need Iran and Syrian politics. He don't like make election for a new president.